Welcome to the virtual award ceremony of the Oahu District Speech Qualifying Tournament of the 2020-2021 competition season of the Hawaii Speech League. This competition was open only to those schools on the island of Oahu. We thank all those judges who were flexible through our serious technical glitches in the final round of our tournament. The individual awards today are given to those competitors who were ranked by judges as the best presenters in the round. Additionally, all competitors who qualified for the state tournament and participated in that event at this tournament were ineligible for the elimination round. Please be aware that feedback from judges and scorers will be released on tabroom.com next week. So let's get on to the awards. Our first category is storytelling. In 5th place, from University Lab School, Kyler Nishimoto. In 4th place and qualifying for the state tournament in storytelling, from University Lab School, Tori Yamada. In 3rd place and qualifying for the state tournament, from Punahou School, Iris Zhu. In 2nd place, also qualifying for the state tournament in storytelling, from Iolani School, Dylan Dinio. And our champion and state qualifier in storytelling, from Punahou School, Trisha Yamamoto. We would next like to recognize all finalists in program oral interpretation. In 3rd place, from University Lab School, Sophia Abe. In 2nd place and qualifying for the state tournament in program oral interpretation, from University Lab School, Lin E. Numa. And our champion and state qualifier in program oral interpretation, from Kamehameha Schools, congratulations to Lily Mitchell. Our next category is humorous interpretation. In 5th place, from Maryknoll High School, Cassandra Barut. In 4th place and qualifying for the state tournament in humorous interpretation, from Kamehameha Schools, Chloe Gomes. In 3rd place and qualifying for the state tournament, from Kamehameha Schools, Kealaula Kabilao. In 2nd place and qualifying for the state tournament in humorous interpretation, from Punahou School, Maile Margulies. And our champion in humorous interpretation, qualifying for the state tournament in April in that category, from Maryknoll High School, a round of applause for Noah Ching. We would next like to recognize those competitors making it to the final rounds of dramatic interpretation. In 6th place, from Moanalua High School, Ariana Pratt. In 5th place and qualifying for the state tournament in dramatic interpretation, from Iolani School, Christy Chen. In 4th place, also qualifying for the state tournament, from Punahou School, Carissa Kanae. In 3rd place, qualifying for the state tournament in humorous interpretation, from Kamehameha Schools, Jason Cheers. In 2nd place and qualifying for the state tournament, from McKinley High School, Aiden Reyes. And our champion and state qualifier in dramatic interpretation from Iolani School. Congratulations to Thea Simon. Our next category is duo interpretation. In 4th place, from Iolani School, Jane Lau and Ellis Honma. In 3rd place and qualifying for the state tournament in duo interpretation, from Punahou School, Sophia Espinoza and Emma Rudy. In 2nd place and qualifying for the state tournament in duo interpretation, from Kamehameha Schools, Mahina Amoy and Sir Cornwell. And our champions in duo interpretation and qualifying for the state tournament in April in that category, from Punahou School, congratulations to Alyssa Alvarez and Lauren Luke. Next, we'd like to recognize all finalists in original oratory. In 6th place, from University Lab School, Kristen Chang. In 5th place and qualifying for the state tournament, from Kamehameha Schools, Sophia Sianco. In 4th place, qualifying for the state tournament in original oratory, from University Lab School, Miyu Owada. In 3rd place and qualifying for the state tournament in original oratory, from Punahou School, Alec Yue. In 2nd place and qualifying for the state tournament in April, from Aea High School, Jessica Chang. And our champion and state qualifier in original oratory at this district tournament, from Punahou School, congratulations to Ellie Sampson. Our next category is informative speaking. In 4th place, from Kamehameha Schools, Zoe Mia. In 3rd place and qualifying for the state tournament in informative speaking, from Punahou School, Tilda Oyster. In 2nd place, qualifying for the state tournament, from Kamehameha Schools, Hiile Carvalho Matos. And our champion and state qualifier in informative speaking, from McKinley High School, a big round of applause to Layla May Gonzalez. We next wish to recognize all finalists in impromptu speaking. In 6th place, from Maryknoll High School, Kayla Pettit. In 5th place and qualifying for the state tournament in impromptu speaking, from Punahou School, Mari Shu. In 4th place and qualifying for the state tournament, from Maryknoll High School, Kaylana Kaniao Pio. In 3rd place and qualifying for the state tournament in impromptu speaking, from Kamehameha Schools, Ivory Unga. In 2nd place, also qualifying for the state tournament in impromptu speaking, from Maryknoll High School, Genesis Han. And our champion in impromptu speaking, qualifying for the state tournament in April in that category, from Pacific Buddhist Academy. Congratulations to Logan Chang. Our next category is United States Extemporaneous Speaking. Our champion and state qualifier in U.S. extemporaneous speaking from Kamehameha Schools. A big round of applause to Daniel Arakawa. Our final category tonight is International Extemporaneous Speaking. In second place and qualifying for the state tournament, from Aea High School, Cassie Matsumoto. And our champion and state qualifier in International Extemporaneous Speaking from Kamehameha Schools, a big round of applause to Samuel Lee. A sincere thanks to all competitors, parents, judges, coaches, and administrators for making this virtual speech season a raving success. We really appreciate your flexibility and patience as we all learn how to host the speech tournament in this new virtual format. Congratulations to all those who qualified for the state tournament. If you did not, we know you'll learn, persevere, and qualify in speech next year. You might also consider participating in congressional debate at the state tournament. On behalf of the board of the Hawaii Speech League, thank you for your participation, and we look forward to seeing you at our State Forensic Championship in April. Take care.